I'm in the middle. Just give me a few. It's not going to be long. Hello, everyone. I came on, well, to let you know that also, they're at it again. Well, obviously, been all night, all day. But hey, it's their hole that they're digging. I really don't care. But yes, you know, with my situation and others, it's the fake tarot readers, the ones that are in, I don't know, think that they're witches, warlocks, or whatever because, it worked before. I can go on and on and on, whose ex it is or who's whatever. But, and it's, like I said, tarot readers, which brings me to tarot readers, mediums, whatever is out there. I was informed that, it just keeps coming up with different things. And like all of our, well, the ones I know, we've been saying God, God, the one that created us, our Father, he's in heaven. Hears everything, sees everything. Knows where everyone is. And, with a blinket of an eye, to us, if God wanted you caught, you could blink and authorities will be surrounded by you if you did something. I never understood that, someone mentions God or whatever, pray to your ancestors or etc. And people will say, I don't believe in it. I don't believe in God. I have no religion. That's fine and handy. I don't push anything. But no one's going to stop me from talking about how God works or, how he saved me and, my family. If you want the truth, I speak the truth, and ones that, like I said, they speak the truth. But again, like I said, other than God, ancestors, heaven above, even the underworld, how over the top they are, like, really upset. how, you know, when people get caught or they're starting to feel their karma, they have to blame the ones that, they were doing it to, thinking that we're doing it. Not thinking that, okay, well, God had enough. You're getting it all back. You know, not thinking that, the universe had enough. We're going to get them back. And all those entities that you disturbed, don't you think they had enough too? Don't you think that the underworld knows like take, who's a good person or not, that doesn't bother with anyone, and that all this BS is all based with lies? And don't you think that they also know, and, especially, heaven, know who belongs with who and all that? Don't you think that they all know that? Yeah, they all each have, certain, you know, jobs or whatever. You know. Now, in a video that I did, um, I spoke about, tarot reading. Well, tarot reading's been way before time, you know. And truthfully, I'm tired of when people, um, I happen to, like, mention, tarot, or if someone that, will come visit or something like that, and I happen to leave a tarot, tarot cards out or whatever. I just love that they say that's evil, or God doesn't approve, or they don't approve, or whatever. I just love that. That, I mean, it's okay that they don't approve. I could care less. The thing that I love about it is that, especially ones that, don't think there's a God, they say God doesn't approve. How do you know? How do you know? I was told by God that it depends. Anyone could read tarot cards, by reading the book. And you could do it based on that. That's okay. You know, but there still has to be truth in that when you read it. But when I say tarot reading or a medium, like, yeah, they get that too, evil, whatever, blah, blah, blah. Now, the ones that I call my family, when they do tarot, that is tarot. Because we tell the truth. We see what regular tarot readers don't. God gave us that gift. But the thing is, when, we're connected, we are God's children. And we actually, hear Him or others with the truth. Now that is tarot reading. So the ones that, need content or whatever, stop listening to others to throw in with yours. Because people do know that, you took that content. Now, when I repeat stuff that others have, I say it. Because I also got the download too. But I don't put up, unless, God says, you need to put this up. People really don't know what true tarot readers or mediums go through. And they want to be us. If you were supposed to do it and be like us, you would have had that gift. Because I'm going to tell you now, I did a video about, that you need to do stuff with your, you have to cleanse your cards. The thing is, a true knows what to do. Because, when we get messages, it's not like, getting candy or something like that, or, walking across the room. It takes a lot of energy, depth, and etc. I'm not going to get into it because, only the true tarot readers know. And if you're not careful, but, those ones, do you know what you can bring in? No, you didn't think about that. But no, you're blaming, others because, you're doing, looking up, being nosy, you know, doing readings on people that didn't give you permission, trying to figure out where, I'll take my situation, who I'm going to be with, who I'm with, or, whatever. Where am I? What I'm going to get? And blah, 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 whatever. And you do magic with it. Or, oh, then let me throw God in there, and I'll put in a, a Bible verse in there. But at the same time, I'll call upon the underworld, the most powerful one. Do you know what you do each time? Well, you're going to find out, because I said that in my last video. What you did, all of you. I told you, and I just, in this last video that I did for, that I brought up with different things about repeating. They're tired of everyone repeating patterns. And not learning from prior lessons. Like I told you to stop. You messed with the wrong person. I kept telling you that. But because it came from me, you didn't believe me. When it's not only me that's saying it, others are saying it. You messed with the wrong person. I mean, I don't know if they're talking about me, but I don't think so. There's millions of people that they could be talking about. But I know the ones that, I do come across, or, my family, you messed with them, the wrong ones too. You don't mess with my family. Because all I have to say is something to God. Even though he sees it. I don't miss anything. But over the years, that I've been dealing with this since I was a kid, I got stronger and stronger and stronger. But I also know when to go back into my shell, too. To stay quiet. But not anymore. I go in once in a while, but, no. No one's going to get away with anything anymore. You see, what I went through, and little by little, I'm learning what I did, went through prior to what is now. Thing is, it's my job to make people aware before they, go through stuff and they don't do anything about it until years later. I know what it's like, to think that what's going on, what is it, week after week or month after month, year after year. Not, this is how I thought. Not doing anything. But I was doing stuff. I was helping people or whatever. Just doing me. Letting ones get away with stuff. Until, I was forced. Yeah, I was forced. Like, being punished, as I guess I can say, I don't know. I'm not going to tell you the conversation. But I was told that, it's way too long. We cannot let them get away with it. So that's why, I'm also here to make sure that, people open up their eyes, look around them, notice things. Before I said this in my other video, before, years or months go by and, all of a sudden you notice you're really old, I'll just say in your hundreds or whatever, sitting on your porch and saying, I guess I should have, listened. I didn't know that I had all this negativity around me or whatever, stopping doing stuff. I didn't know, that I could do more. I didn't know by, oh no, you can't do that. No, God wouldn't let you do that or whatever. That's bad. Not knowing that people were preventing you from doing stuff, blocking you or whatever, how you want to say it. You get what I mean. I'm making this brief and short and whatever because I have things that I got to do. But they kept, you need to speak about this. So that's why I'm here. People need to start, I don't know, I don't like this way of saying it. You need to reprogram yourselves. You know what's wrong and what's right. You go within, have that little child come out and think about, okay, what was it that I always wanted to do? Or now, or whatever. What was it that I love doing? Or do different things until you see, wow, I love this. Find what your gift or calling is or whatever. And that's where you belong. I've been doing different things and, watching others with tarot reading and all that. And I was told to keep away. I knew that it was some form of my calling or whatever. One of them. But I mainly just get through messages. So that's a bunch of bull, okay? When somebody has a calling or me just talking and giving out messages or whatever, it's not your right to be in my business telling me or trying to ruin me or, telling me that I can't do something when I'm here to help and I'm for love and peace around the world. If you're not for that, you don't care, you rather start fights or arguments or whatever, go find someone else. Don't force someone to be like you. And don't try and think that you can take someone's identity or destiny or love life or whatever because you didn't do the work. I know that all that some of this is going to trigger, but I'm sorry. What do you think I went through? And again, I had to do it alone. Do you know what that was like? There is so much out there that you could have been, learning. There's so many out there that, you have help. Just think about it, ones you think that, I had it easy or I still have it easy. What TV show did you hear that from? So you figured, okay, well, let me see. Maybe that this will work to get her ruined or whatever. Say that she has it easy. She's a spoiled brat. No, I don't like spoiled brats. Like I said, even though that my father was controlling or, you know, like really old school, the oldest girl had to take care of the family. Or, you know, um, the woman had to be in the kitchen all the time. Yeah, I was always in the kitchen, but, or take care of the kids or whatever. But my father also taught us to get anything, you had to work. And always be grateful and thankful, whatever, to God. You know, now that's how you get somewhere. You don't, today it's really hard, both, you know, couples or marriages, whatever, both need to work, because it's ridiculous how things are tripling. You buy 3 things or 4 things or whatever, 5 things, and it costs us like, $300. That's ridiculous. And people complain. Oh, nobody's coming to my store. Or nobody, gee, I wonder why. I mean, I could get into that, but I won't. But when you get all up in people's business, you know, um, paparazzi or whoever, my groups, these groups or whatever, don't you think eventually it's all going to catch up to you? That's the thing, People get into, oh wow, it's working, you know. It's funny until it happens back to you. I grew I grew up around a lot of different things. What family or what group or whatever that I've seen was an alcoholic, took drugs, whatever. Or I saw, people instigating and they this a person or whatever, and then I find out that they're mentally ill or something like that. Whatever. Or probably by magic, I don't know. As a child growing up, who wants to have their kid see all that, to turn out like that? This way they could do it to others. If something was done to you, why would you continue that pattern? And then have it brush off onto your children. Instead of, saying, hey, I went through this. Talk about it. Make sure your children don't repeat it. That pattern. And help others. Okay, if someone's doing all this, you need to speak up and put a stop to it. You can't let people get away with stuff anymore. This is ridiculous. And I told you, our ancestors, they're really upset. Back then, look what they went through. Did they argue or steal, whatever, But they made amends, But as the stories continued, okay, my family went through this, my family went through that, my whatever. Let's take different things that we hear and blow it up even more. To continue the arguments, the fights, and whatever, the bullying. And doing magic and all that. Yeah, it's great to do magic as long as you do it the right way and not harming people or killing. And then, when you start feeling it, whatever, you think others are doing it to you, you're pissed off. So more, instead of thinking, okay, well, that's God telling me to stop, or whoever, one of your ancestors. No, you get angrier, thinking that whoever is doing revenge back. But you guys always do, someone you don't know, most of the time you start off with people that you do know. See how it, what works and what don't. But you didn't think what will happen when you know, when it was time for everything to get returned back. You didn't know that you were going to be, I guess, challenged or, see how far you would go with someone that you shouldn't mess with. No, you didn't think about that. And now you think that God's going to hear the prayers, which you didn't believe in the first place. But when people are desperate, they always turn to God. I mean, He heard you. Your ancestors heard the prayers or whatever you did. They're not listening. Because people went too far. And you're getting more and more to join the groups. But don't you understand? Your gifts are taken from you. It's not reaching me. It's going back to you. You did someone did a stupid thing, opened up something, and now everyone is upset. I told you that before you did that. So, like I said, you could blink and you'll be surrounded. That's how quick God is. But either way, my team is around you. You can't see them. My spirit team is around you. My hidden help is around you. So if you get caught before March 7th, well, either way, those two things that I mentioned in the video better be done. And if you get caught before then, within, doesn't have to be right on the March 7th. It could be before or whatever. But for everyone else, you have, whoever is bothering others, you have 21 days. because you'll be caught. But for my group, I was told within March 7th. Especially those two things that needs to be done. And like I said, you get caught before then, the authorities know now. Because that person who got the others to do that, you had no right. And didn't think that I would catch on. It amazes me how people think that I am that stupid. Yeah, I say stuff off the wall. And don't take offensive when I say, yes, sometimes, I have a blonde moment. I used to be blonde, so I can say it. Well, strawberry blonde, but besides the point. That's my nature. I'll occasionally be like that. But you have no right trying to mess up my life when it's mine, not yours. It's not my problem that you went through problems. I don't know the fuck who you are. And if I know, I just know of you. And I know how things work. Except, the computer and platforms and all that. That's not what I meant. I know how call centers work. Just today, I got three messages. It was just a hello, but from people that I used to follow. I said used to. But I don't know them. And you think you're still trying to doing the same BS. Do you really think that these people are reaching out to me? Yeah, right. You know, I grew up with a lot of people around, different nationalities. Different nationalities are in my family, whatever. And I don't know most, but I had a lot of celebrities in my family. A lot. So, and don't you think that I can hear them? Or, they tell me a few things. So I know every angle that you're trying. You know. So it amazes me. So it's either, people that work at the, I'm not going to get into it, but I know it's, people who, I don't know what that's called. Admin? I don't know. I did the video not that long ago about it. Who you hire or whatever to check out and do, take care of the emails or comments or whatever those people are called. Don't you think that that it's someone in there, or a follower, or a fan, or whatever you call people? I don't know. I'm tired of people thinking that, trying to guess who my person is or whatever. So this is why I throw people off, but not anymore, because so far every person who I used to follow, didn't matter who it was, you started attacking them. Thinking that it's going to throw me off. No. Well, Spirit is pissed now. Like I said. And like I said, even I know not to get them pissed. Or God. I might be, his baby, but, when he forced me to listen, I was like, I said that I didn't want to piss you off. Well, apparently, I guess I did. Because he told me, he wasn't waiting for me to say the word. Hey, no. Come here. Here you go. Here, hurry up. He wasn't waiting. But he wanted me, and I even warned you guys, he wanted me to say that word. He got tired of me waiting and saying, no, wait. But more I said that, more you guys were getting away with it. And believe me, I don't want to sit there and be forced again. Because, I don't know if any of you, well, you probably were, but, had to go to the principal's office. Well, it's worse than that. And how I know? Oh, believe me, I was at the principal's office a lot. And if you must know, I got suspended 3 times. And all of it, hey, I'm going to beat you. Put it down, goofball. No. Anyway, all of that, well, it was hysterical how I got suspended, but, I think it was, but, But besides the point, if you are forced to listen to God, it's not like the principal's office. That I can guarantee. Excuse me, that is my shoe. That is my shoe. Get your paw out of my shoe, goofball. Anyway, sorry. Well, this is long enough. But I'm tired of, whoever these, thinks that, you could take my life, whatever, in many ways. Or, steal others that are really good. This way you can, get whatever it is, clout, whatever. If you like doing terror, do it the right way. Stop BSing, trying to ruin it for others. But tell the truth. I don't know who or how you came across me, any of you, thinking that you could do magic on me or, my family, thinking that you could, trying to ruin me, prevent me. Get into my business, whatever. I didn't give permission, and if you do it to others, they didn't give you permission either. So if you want to know, get into someone's business, all of you that are in all these groups that was stupid enough to believe the lies that were told, why don't you get into each other's business if you like doing that? And you could tell each other what's about to happen. That's if you could, read it or see it, or whatever you do with the magic. Maybe you could see it, whatever. I really don't care. Leave my family and who you think my DM is, myself, the frig alone. If you are now ready to tell me the truth, no, you have plenty of time to send a message or leave a message or whatever. Now you could tell the authorities and they can tell me. I'm tired of the bullshit. Sorry, BS. Thinking because you're out of my energy, you can't touch or whatever, thinking that you can come right back. Well, it doesn't matter if you're standing in front of me. You're still not going to get my energy or anyone's. Like the one that you sent to my door, pretending all 5 or 6 of you, or maybe more, women, was a cleaning lady for litigation. Huh. Yeah, I'm going to keep bringing that up. And one of them got into my face. And then you pretend that you called somebody. Oh, I'm sorry. I gave you the wrong address. I didn't give you that. Oh, no, it's whatever, 4 blocks down. And then the one got into my face, pretended that they were going to walk. Pretend that they didn't know English. It was a nice broken English, though. I have no qualms of, broken English, whatever. My family spoke broken English. I'm talking about my immediate family, which was hysterical. But because they, some went to it, whatever. I don't need to explain. But you thought that I didn't have 6 men behind the door when I answered it, that I happened to be there? And you didn't think that people were surrounded around me outside that you didn't see? I'm not counting the animals that, were around. It amazes me how all of you think that I am that stupid. Well, game's over. That's all I could say. Everyone, you have a really lovely day or evening or whatever time it is. And always be grateful. And, spread kindness, love, and peace. And help me. Most of you are, I know that. Help me make a better world. It's about time. Especially if you don't care or whatever, especially for our children. This way, generations after that could have one. Ciao.